Hey everyone, welcome to Battle Brothers. Just discovered this game recently. It's basically what's an indie game made by apparently a lone German developer, Overhype Studios. Think of it as a mix of Heroes of Might and Magic meets XCOM 2 in terms of some of the tactics and its difficulty, and in a medieval setting. It's absolutely wonderful. This is going to be attempt number, I don't know, 20 or so. Each one ending in failure, just to give you an idea of how tough this game is. We're going to go with the Boar's Head. We're going to call our company Lost Company. Veteran, Ironman, let's get into it. I would say though that there's a fair amount of text blocks with some really good writing that fills out the story. So if you're watching on YouTube, I'm not going to read through all of it, but I recommend that here, like, you pause the video and give this a read. It's all so well written and it adds quite nicely to the flavor. Backstory. So basically, we are a military company. We're supposed to take out a group of thugs, but they've hit us first. Here are our guys on the left. Here are these guys on the right. There's some chess-like elements as well, where you move blocks. Oh, that's our guys getting wrecked. So that's our 3 against their 3. Orismond. Shoot your crossbow. Nice, good hit. I'm not going to sit and explain all the specific game mechanics detail. I'll kind of just campaign play out and you guys can pick it up. Because otherwise it becomes a little bit talk heavy. I don't think any of you guys want that. Anyway, I'll explain some of the stuff. Spear wall. If any of these lads encroach into these squares, it's a free stab at them. I just want to get around them. Fair enough, it's almost what I expected. Eugen, right in there. Unfortunately, he can't move and attack. He doesn't have enough ability points. Ability points, rather. Orismond, you can shoot point blank, can't you? Crossbow. Good hit, mate. In fact, switch to your knife. If you can finish him off on the next turn with your knife. So, Torbjorn. Yes, good kill. It's just us against this one because the other lad ran off. That's Hoggett, the bandit leader, and we are going to kill him with extreme prejudice. Oh, miss! Rosamund, stabby stab. Hit. Bounced off the armor though. There's various weapon types and they all affect armor differently. Above the little health bars, you see you've got 2 grey bars. That's head armor, body armor, health. Green bar is their morale, and then the blue is fatigue. It's how exhausted they are. As you might imagine, affects what actions they can take. Oh! Come on, Dorisman, finish him off. Bad. First victory. In the bag. A little bit of light wounds into Eugen. No one took any serious wounds. And some kills spread around quite nicely. We get a woodcutter's axe. Quite nice. But in terms of tactics, I'm going to be using Roman/Athenian shield wall tactics, where you have lads in front with shields and spears, keeping the guys away. Dudes behind them with pikes stabbing over their shoulders, throwing javelins, that type of stuff. Really good. Okay, return to Horum to get paid. 8. And we're off. Now, one of the things that we failed to do on the last playthroughs was leverage the trade elements of the game. Turn to Horum. As I said, give this a pause and read it if you haven't before. Yes, we'll take down Hoggott even though he escaped. Yes, we have unfinished business. Okay, cool. Go hire some more lads, give them armor, go take him down. Let's see, who do we have here to hire? Rudolph the fisherman. Robert the fisherman. Bertel the beggar. I'll take this. We'll probably find cheaper guys, to be honest. We have to come back to this village before we fight, so we'll see what we have at the other villages first. So each village is a marketplace, and depending on what they do, it affects the prices. Like, this is a fishing village, so dried fish will be, look, it's 68 crowns, and it's worth 70, so it's below value. Tools are worth 200, but they're selling it for 300. There aren't any special items being made here that we can use, give ourselves a lot of money. But we'll try to do that. Deck. What's our next objective? Visit Windberg, north of Horum, to recruit 3 more men. Where's Wind? We'll even stop at Friedorf on the way. Have a look here. So here's the world map. Extensive, as you can see. Noble houses. There's three noble houses. House Goswin. Of the sort by many reputable traders. Okay, House Harkon. Cruel rumor be still. Lavish lifestyle. Bacchanal festive. House Grauwar. Recluses and nutters, basically. We'll decide which of these 3 to ally ourselves with, but that's not anytime soon. Just a real struggle for survival in the beginning. There are also some smaller villages who aren't affiliated to any of the larger houses. And those in the beginning of the campaign are going to be what we rely on to get a lot of our work. Check this out. Okay, so cloth rolls, they're worth 140. They want 146 for them, so we're actually going to go ahead and buy all 3. We can probably get about 200 for these at a different village, which is a profit of 120. Okay. Here's the squad loadout screen. So our troops who are going to be on the front line eventually start at the back, because the archers start in front, take a shot, and then our shield guys step in front of them. Ooh, so Torbjörn the Bloody has a passive skill called Brute. 15% damage on hit to the head, so when we can get a flail as his backup weapon, we'll definitely do that, because the flail, you know, it's that stick with a chain on it. Oh, excellent. Plus max fatigue. Anyway, as I was saying, the flail has a higher % chance to hit someone in the head. Up, Samanaki. How's the new party going? It's going very new. We've just started, but I've been doing a lot of practicing and theory crafting, and I'm pretty damn confident I've cracked it. So, the mistakes we've been making in the last couple of playthroughs, here's where you get contracts. We can't take this one now because we don't have one active already. We weren't taking advantage of the trading aspects. Look here in Friedorf, I've just picked up 3 rolls of cloth. Bought them for 146. So we won't get much better than that here at Windberg, but later on in the game, once our travels take us to like Moose or Blankhum and here, we'll get upwards of 200 for it to turn a profit. Bandit raiders. Ooh, 1 thug and some raiders. That'll be 1 level 1 raider and 4 tier 2 raiders. We can't in any way fight those lads. Let's just let them pass on. In the beginning, you have to be super careful. Just wait a little bit here for those raiders to pass on. If those raiders see us, we have to leg it for the nearest village. Along the way, he's just saying if there's a tavern we can buy around, get everyone's morale up. One thing I want to explain quick is you can have a total of 12 soldiers. I think 18 later on, but from what I understand it'll be 12 soldiers active and then you can have 6 in reserve. So rather than rushing straight for the maximum amount of soldiers, we're going to keep our squad at squad size 6. Then we'll go up to 8 once all 6 soldiers have all their gear. And once all 8 have their gear, we'll go up to 10, and so on and so forth. In the past, I've made the mistake of trying to do too much too quick, and like getting you can get a 10 or even 12-man squad fairly quickly and easily. But then they all have rubbish gear, and they all level up slow because the XP is getting spread out. Not what you want. Okay, we need to hire at least 3 more guys here. Who do we have? Sigmar is a disowned noble, but he's way out of our price range. Herman is tempting. He's the Houndsmaster. He's got a nice little bit of armor on him. Not too expensive, and once we get a dog, he'll be able to release a dog with high morale, which is more lethal. Damn it. Okay, we'll take Herman and then those 2 fishermen that we saw at the other villages. What do we have at the market in terms of gear? We've got pitchforks for our archers. We need weapons for our frontline fighters. We need spears because we're going to be building spear walls. It's going to be vital to keeping troops away from us. So the theory is our spear guys use their spears to keep enemies at bay, and then once they close into melee range, the spear isn't as effective, so then you switch to your woodcutter's axe and you chop them up. The archers will shoot first, and then if they can't get a good shot off, they switch to the pitchfork. Let's see what kind of stats Herman has, because that'll determine whether he's a frontline or a backline fighter. So these stars along the various stats show what they have a proclivity for. This shows that he has a proclivity for high initiative, so acting first. He's neutral in terms of whether he can be a frontline or a backline guy. But because he has a proclivity for increasing his melee defense, I think we'll make him a frontline fighter. Also got decent hit points, nice little bit of armor. Just to start though, I don't have any frontline weapons for him, so let's just give him pitchfork. Okay, we need two more fighters. Ideally, guys, we can turn into archers. So recruit 3 more men, buy weapons and armor for your men. Recruit them once I get back to the other villages. There's no one here I want. Weapons wise, how many pitchforks do we have? We have one on Thorismond, one on Herman, and one in the bank, and that's enough for our starting squad. So we need another shield and spear and backup weapon for our next frontline fighter. No spears available, no shields. There is a decent backup weapon in the hatchet, but we have a knife in the bank, and I desperately want to hang on to this money. Not going to say we've completed the objective until we've hired 2 more. Okay, well, we'll try the neighbouring villages to hire more lads. We'll maybe return back there. Fine. Spending our starting gold wisely is super important. Peasants along the road. No, lads. You can see the music in this game. Amazing. Love the music. A word about the terrain. So in the world map, when you fight, it's affected by where the square is that you fight on. Like if you fight on rocky hills here, really lots of places to get height advantage. You can use your advantage as well. So there's a difference between day and night cycle. At night, ranged weapons are 50% less accurate. So if you have a team that doesn't have any good archers, you can just equip everyone with melee weapons and fight at night. Counter the enemy archer's effectiveness. Alfred the Miller, quite tempting, 125, he's quite cheap, but his daily rate is a bit high. Adelmar will be perfect as a frontline guy. Comes with a pitchfork, fine. It's a bit expensive and per day as well, but his background gives him higher hit points and higher max fatigue, which is amazing. Vagabond is a tempting one as well, he also has higher max fatigue. Day Tailors don't have any bonuses, so too keen about that. He has a 200 gold farmhand. I think we'll probably get him. This is interesting. A minstrel, higher resolve but lower fatigue. Honestly, I don't even know what minstrels do for you. I've never hired one, so I might do, just to see what he does for us. Right with God, but in the left of flask, and so I have to move quick, but not quite fast. Stare down the stuffed bears I did. Truth, my shameful talent is too. Ferociously knit. Bring me with your men who clatter and clamber, and let's... Oh, how I have a splinter. The man speaks gibberish. You're hired, Rupert. I like your style. Need one more. It's this cheaper farmhand. Then once we have a bit of money to swing, and we're ready to make the jump up to 8-man squad, we'll come pick up Adelmar. I hope he'll sing us the occasional song. Let's find out. Okay, so... Rupert, a drunkard. He is blessed with high initiative and really, really good ranged defense. That suggests to me I should make him a frontline fighter. Take advantage of that ranged defense. He's also going to get nice high hit points. Same story for Eugen. But with his hit points and fatigue, he has to be a frontline guy. 40 base ranged. I think we can make Rupert a ranged fighter. Honestly, by that logic, I could even make Stobbie an ranged fighter as well. Got 40 ranged. We don't have to overstack. We don't have to have the perfect balance of melee and ranged fighters to start. If we have 6 melee fighters, fine. Rupert, gives you that pitchfork. Eugen, got a crappy wooden flail, that's no good. I'll tell you what, Herman, just to start, use the axe. He's got decent armor, 55, 40, 50. That lets Eugen use a pitchfork and stay back. Bjorn has a rubbish backup weapon, but he'll just stick with his spear then, honestly. Oh, that's rubbish, we'll sell that. Yes, that's our 6-man squad. Got 600 gold and some capital in the bank. They're only offering us 32 gold because they make cloth themselves, but this will turn a profit at some point. Pretty certain of that. Got 200 in the bank. I think I should buy another militia spear and another shield, just so all 3 of these lads can be, yes, spear shield users. Militia spear. That's a shield. 274. We're starting to get quite low on money. Just to start, let's use spears. So carrying the extra axe reduces your fatigue. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Get to the fight. Turn to Vander the Guildmaster and Horum. Go straight across the plains here. Right. Decent little starting squad. Not particularly thrilled by their passive skills. When you hire someone, they get random passive skills, so it's a bit of a dice roll. There's footprints here, that's probably raiders. Also, while we're only a 6-man squad, we need to pick our battles very, very carefully. Make sure we don't fight squads that can easily kill us. Beginning, we're going to be focusing on very easy fighting contracts, a lot of delivery contracts, trying to get around the map, and keeping money in the bank, about 600, so we can always have 3 resources to sell. Hopefully turn a profit off of that. Once we've got a bit of money, we'll get up to 8-man squad. Ooh, this is the brigands layer. Okay, so this is the base where brigands get sent out of. Right now, we go there and we get completely wrecked, but we know where they are on the map, and we will be returning. Once we have 12 fully kitted out soldiers, we will be taking out that brigands layer and taking all their loot. If we get caught out in a fight that we can't win, run to the nearest town that has a militia and they'll help you fight. It's not always possible. Can do it sometimes. Okay, so back to the Guildmaster. Just telling us we have to go find this bad guy. One last bit of shopping. Anything desperately that we need? I think in terms of gear, we'll just use whatever we loot off of people. So, get a head covering on our front line, lad. I think we're ready to start fighting. Food-wise, 2 more days worth of food. Let's just buy some cheap fish. To keep us fed for 6 more days. We have 1 more day worth of salary, wages for everyone, but that's actually fine because we're going to complete this now and that'll give us 400 crowns. Will keep us afloat for a few more days. Ogre's Refuge. Now he generally has 1 marksman and a couple of ranged guys. We also only have 1 marksman, so what we're going to do is we're going to have Thorismund use melee weapon and we'll attack them at night to negate their marksman. Their marksman should have a bow and arrow, opposed to our crossbows. He'd actually have an advantage. Wait for night. Dusk. Night. There we go. Attack. Engage. The only thing I didn't think about was that I've now got shield bearers behind orc holders. That's not too bad. Get them in front. Having someone holding a shield between another troop keeps these guys a lot safer from ranged attacks. Good, and he's ran right into melee range. We're going to chop this guy up. And Pitchfork's going to attack into these squares. Just wait. If Eugen has enough action points to get a spear wall down, he'll be able to hold off all of this area. Herman, in the meantime, get in there. Give this lad a good stabbing. Nice. Almost no damage got through, but that wrecked his armor, so follow-up shots will do a lot more damage. Stobbie. I don't know if I want to spend the E to hold these areas down. I'm just gonna wait and see what happens. Good. Yeah, well, also all of these squares are safe. Rupert. Good job! And there's the marksman. Cursed marksman. Job, Thorismund. First kill. First blood. Just hiding my pitchfork users behind the shield bearer. Bjorn. These guys acted before him, so I'm rather just going to stay him where he is. I don't want to put him into contact. So that gives these guys extra shots. They only get one because they have enough AP to move and swing once. Nice, that's the beauty of Spear Wall. He keeps stabbing people away. This lad will attack him. He will attack him. These three will attack that, I think. 367, this is likely. Ah, we missed both. There we go, good job. Ooh, that's unlucky. Getting hit at night by an archer is so unlucky. Let's give him an injury as well, pierced sides. Damn it, that's going to cost money to heal that. So the tactic of fighting at night is by no means foolproof. Eugen, you are wounded now. Minus max fatigue. I think just get a shield wall up and let everyone else come and help you. Need to run down that archer at some point. These guys are still pretty much safe behind him for the moment. Let's see. Oh, for goodness sake, archer. Look at this. Minus 50 ranged skill. Still hitting all these shots. That's so unlucky. I think these two are going to close into melee range here. And Eugen and the spear guys will go take out that bloody archer who's been such a pain in our asses. Okay, riposte. Irritating, so we'll just ignore him for this turn. By closing into melee range, he can't use his bow now. And our spearmen. Let's have one spearman attacking Hogarth. These two will attack this archer. I need to close into range. I can stab from there. Actually get an extra shot off here on Rupert. I'll do that. It's the shield, unfortunately. Just gotta keep stabbing. I hope we get past the shield. Good job. Yes. One more hit on that archer. Good job. Almost dead. Yes, he tried to run. And you get a free action against him when they try to run. One more hit and he's dead. Oh, he's fighting back though. Ouchie. Go on, get wrecked. Ah. Swarm him. God, this has been a tough fight. We've taken a couple of wounds actually. Pierced sides. Yeah, just one guy's got pierced sides. Right, Skolder. Mate, I'm pretty sure I've cracked the code of how to succeed. And it's about leveraging the economic side of the game, which we haven't been doing at all. Oh, God's sake, this guy... Oh, there you go, his luck runs out. The pierced sides is minus max fatigue. Don't know if I'm going to pay money to get that healed quicker. Just fatigue, and it'll heal by itself in 3 to 4 days. What do we get? Loot. Nice. A short sword, a falchion, a hatchet. 128 precious crowns. Salt is wonderful. You can get almost 400 gold for it. Gotta make that paper. Look, Skolder, so right at the start, I bought cloth rolls. I bought them for 146. And we should be able to get almost 200 for them. And I'm convinced that's going to make all the difference. Back to Horum, get paid. Dale, dale, yo. Oh god, yeah. The direwolves are so bad. The direwolves, unless you get lucky, in terms of the starting placement, you aren't able to get your spear wall down before they hit you. And like I had a fight against dire wolves where you start randomly across the map and they just hit my archers straight away, and I lost 4 guys on like first turn and a half. Disaster. There's a temple here. Honestly, let's wait till the temple opens. And am I going to heal up Eugen? I think I want to actually. It should only be like 60 gold. Got some level ups to do though. Thorismund is going to be an archer. So let's roll a dice. We'll give him initiative, we got a 5, and fatigue, we got a 4. At level 1 on all my archers, I'm going to take student, just to give them extra experience. Our frontline lads are going to take Colossus at level 1, gives them more hit points, make them less likely to get injured. Student means our archers don't benefit from it immediately, but as we start going through the game, it's going to pay off in a big way. Perks, Colossus. Nice. Hit points get nice and high. Let's see. He's a melee fighter, so we want hit points, we want fatigue. And I think I'll take this +3 on melee skill. The Torbjorn is going to be a shield bearer. And I only name my soldiers after viewers once they actually get a level. So Torbjorn, the shield bearer. Let's make this Tattoo Devil. This is Tattoo Devil the 4th, I think. Yeah, I'll see how much it costs to heal his pierced sides. If it's less than 80 gold, I'll pay it. So this is Thorismund. You know what? We'll make him our leader. Thorismund is our leader. And then once we eventually get up to level 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, we'll get Rally the Troops. Unlocks Rally the Troops, which can raise morale of allies nearby and even rally fleeing and panicked allies. The higher the resolve of the character using the skill, the higher the chance to succeed. He's got fairly nice resolve, and we will preferentially take resolve on him. So our brave leader has to be Stobbie. This is Stobbie the 3rd. 2 Stobbies have died before. Super, let's see how much it costs to fix this pierced sides. 70 gold. We've got 600, I'm happy to pay that. Don't want to take any chances. Anyone hireable? Not really. Let's leave ourselves at 6. And avoid the difficult fighting missions for the moment. We've got some weapons to hand out though. But this falchion is amazing. Who's got the highest melee skill of our frontline lads? That would be Eugen. Then Tattoo Devil, he gets the short sword. Herman is going to chop shields down if he... Got a spare quiver of arrows, but no short bow. Alright, let's go find some work and see where we can get a good price for the salt. They are going to offer us 380. No, we can get upwards of 400 for that. The nice thing is we've got 500 gold and we're carrying upwards 600 gold of equity. One other thing I learned this morning is when you take those guard caravan missions, whip around the map on a caravan, as you go through villages you can click on the villages and you can actually have access to the market. Falchion Man, back in action. Yes, a 1 skull, beautiful. Hank as a 90 gold day tailor is tempting, but as is Harrybird the apprentice. He's got a slightly higher wage that he asks for. Let's see what this is. This is... Okay, this cargo has been delivered safely to gone home. A man by the name of is waiting for it. So let's talk money. All 20 crowns. I want more in advance. And I want more on completion. I accept. The Edward the Treasurer in Garheim, the South. This is, I think, the perfect type of contract. Good. Because it takes us quite far. We should get a good price for the equity we're carrying, and we can just avoid more difficult fights. We'll stop at all these villages along the way. See what we can do. 5 days of food, 8 days of wages. Besides, we'll be healing in 1 to 2 days. Main thing now is we're not in fighting shape. We don't have enough men with enough gear to be able to take a fight. Let's stop here at Winburg, see what we can do. Market. 64 for the salt, that's rubbish. 150. There would only be 9 gold profit per salt, that's no good. Maybe we can pick up a bow at some point. This is tempting to pick up these tools. It'll help us repair kit. It's worth 200, he only wants 210 for it. Let's just grab some more grains and then we'll move along. Okay, I think we'll call this episode 1. We had a nice little start. When we come back, we will be pressing on to... Actually, we'll skip Newland. We'll go straight through this unexplored area. Insta-Vela. They have to offer for us, and that gets us almost halfway to our objective. Okay, thanks for watching, chaps.